This is exercise 6.4a. We're going to start with inserting some formatting and then followed by inserting a watermark and page color. So first of all, let's go ahead and change the titles with heading 1, and then the other ones with the subtitles with heading 2. So just click somewhere on the title, the subtitles, and click on heading 2. Go to second page and one more. And go back to the first page. You don't need to, but it's better so that you can have a full view. And then we're going to apply a watermark. So to apply a watermark, you need to go to before we do that, we're going to apply basic elegant style set. So let's go to design, and here's a list of style sets, and then look for that first one, built-in basic elegant. Click on it, and it applies a set of basic formatting such as color, font size, font face, and things like that. And we are here already, so we are ready to put a watermark. Before we start putting the watermark, you may wonder what's the purpose of a watermark? Why do we do that? Well, sometimes, let's see, a good example would be our money paper bill. So we have watermarks. You can see you see kind of watermark behind Thomas Jefferson picture, and I think that could be U.S. Congress, I think, as a watermark, and also this strip over here, while everything else is kind of a bluish green and maybe orange and beige, but you have a bright blue line going through. Obviously it's not that visible unless you take a closer look at it. And also you have watermark over here, right? So that's those are the examples of watermark, and you can kind of imagine the purpose of it would be preventing unauthorized copying or printing. So let's say you want to make sure that people know this is not authorized to be printed on paper. If it's, let's say, copied to another storage devices and things like that. And oftentimes the photos, copyrighted photos, are watermarked so that people cannot just download and use it freely unless they want to put the watermark behind the scene, the main part of the scene on their websites and so on. So anyway, that's the purpose of using watermark, and let's go ahead and do that. So you are on the design tab, and in the page background group, let's go ahead and click on watermark, and then let's go ahead and click on confidential 1. That's the design, and you can kind of see in the background that says confidential kind of diagonally. And if you don't see it, that's okay. I guess some college campus computers may not show this. You can always go to File, Print Preview. You can see that very clearly in the print preview. Anyway, let's go back here on the Design tab, and that's how you put the watermark. And if you want to change to another watermark, it's fairly simple, straightforward. Go ahead and click here and then choose Do Not Copy 1. So for example here, and the watermark changes. If you want to delete it, if you want to remove it, just go back to watermarks and click on remove watermark, and it goes away. And let me put it back on. Okay, so that's how you work with it. It's very simple, straightforward. The last step is changing the background color. So it will, by the way, the watermark will apply to the entire document. And then let's go ahead and change the background color. So it'll apply to the entire document. So click on page color and choose that one, gold accent 4, lighter 80%. Click on it. Alright, so that's it for this one, and then we'll move on to the next part. So let's move on to exercise 6.4b. It's about inserting a page border. So first step is that, let's see what's going on here. Hold on. We have a situation. Somehow format painter is selected. No, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, first of all, let's move on to, oh yeah, it was highlighter was selected. Okay, so sorry about that. The reason was that I used highlighter and the highlighter tool was activated. So anyway, so first step will be removing this background color. So let's go to Design tab and then Page Color, and then click on No Color. So that's a simple way of removing it. Oftentimes people just click on the white background because that's the most common background color. But the proper way is click on No Color. All right, so background color is gone. The do not copy watermark is still there, and we're going to apply a border. So let's go to the if you're not already, click on Design tab, and in the page background group, click on Page Borders. So you may have seen, you actually have seen this dialog box already, meaning that if you go to borders, you have seen this. Like you can apply the borders to, for example, paragraphs. And you also have seen shading. You can apply slight variation of colors and shading there. But here, this is for page border. So this will select the border for the entire document. So each page of your entire document will have this border. So let's go ahead and click on choose the, so anyway, when you have this kind of a comprehensive dialog box, it's always a good idea to start from the top left corner and then go step by step and eventually move down to bottom right corner. So progress one step at a time from top left and go diagonally down to the bottom right corner. So answer one question at a time instead of trying to figure it out the whole thing all at once. That could be a little bit overwhelming. All right, so click on box, and then that's it. And then we'll move to the next section, the style, and scroll down to the bottom and choose the third one from the bottom, which is the thick and thin and thick, but thick part has kind of a shade effect. And then go down to the next color. Let's choose dark blue. And then width is already pre-selected because I chose this style. And you will see on the right side in the preview, you will see the borders on all around the page. You can actually select to exclude. Let's say you don't want the top and bottom, or you still want top and bottom, but you don't want right and left. you can choose that. Also, you can just click on the side. You can do the same effect, and then it'll apply to the entire document. So of course, you can change the selection, which would be basically the same effect as the borders here, but we're not there, so change back to whole document. Alright, so let's go ahead and click on OK, and now we have the border around the document, so you can scroll down. Also, you can go to page preview, and you can see the borders around on each page. Alright, so let's modify this page border a little bit. So go back to the Design tab and Page Borders, and this time we will apply some kind of art. So click on it, and you'll notice a bunch of somewhat silly, fun images. So if you are creating kind of a silly, fun poster for like a party, Christmas party, or any kind of parties, or picnic and things like that, feel free to use this, but not for your business type documents. So scroll down past all these fun images, and then go down to a little bit more serious designs, and let's see, and that one, that's what the textbook asks for. It says about a little bit over a third down from the top, and it looks like it's based on like a grapevine image. So go ahead and click that, and again it changed the dimension, and let's go ahead and click on OK, and then you'll see the design change. Alright, so that change also changed the colors as well. So alright, so that's it, and we're going to move on to the last section. So in exercise 6.4c, we're going to talk about changing border options. So let's move on. So we have this border from the previous exercise, and then we're going to just work with it and then expand our options. So under the Design tab, we will make changes for this border where the border is positioned. Right now it is about, let's see, about an inch away from the edge of the paper, and that's around the whole page. So we can change that. Let's go to Page Borders, and then on the Page Borders tab, just go ahead and click on the Options, and then we can change the margin. So this margin right now, it is measured from edge of the page, so meaning that over here, this edge here, and right now it is 24 points away from the edge. So if you want this the border to kind of squeeze in and get closer to the text, you will increase this. Let me just go ahead and change the go all the way up to 31. 31, by the way, is the maximum number here. So let me just go ahead and change the top and left to the maximum 31 points, and leave the bottom and right as it is. You can see the difference. So go ahead and click on OK, and click on OK, and you'll notice that the border kind of jumped. So you can see a slight shift to the right, and then the right side here remained the same. So let me just go back, undo, so you can kind of see the change. Do you see that? Okay, so let me go ahead and change the rest of the borders to 31, all the way to 31, and click on OK, and click on OK here. And then we'll move on to step 3. I'm looking at page number 198. And then, okay, so we decided that we don't want this kind of a art style border. It's not, doesn't look that professional. So let's go back to page borders, and then under the styles, and go back to the bottom of the list and click the third one from the bottom, and make sure the color is still dark blue, and 3-point is the default of the style. And then let's go to the options, and then now you can change also the measurement from, so you can change that the measurement from text. So right now it is set as 1 point. So let's see if you change that, bottom and top and bottom 10 points. So go make it up, top and bottom to 10 points, and then left and right to be 14 points. So now it is measured from the text. You know, before this one, from the edge was from the edge, but this is going to be from the text side, right? Okay, it's changed back. So let's change back to 10, top and bottom, and then left and right will be 14. Obviously, when you work on the real document, you kind of have to go back and forth between this and then here, so you can kind of see the way it looks. So you notice that top and bottom, you have 14 points really wide, and then 10 points left and right. Okay, so that's it. And then go ahead and save this. And that's the end of chapter 6.